You are watching Imagisport, giving you a unique variety of tabletop sports action.
And he gets another 2 points. And we have a help that, wait a minute, somebody's coming out here, and what in the world is Roger Elder the Welder doing out here? It seems like he's helping Kevin Linton. Linton came into to the ring with the cheers of the fans, but wait a minute, Elder has went ahead and he's helped Linton out. So Linton gets the 2 points. Somehow Linton and Elder, could Linton be a new member of the Blue Collar Mafia? We're going to have to get to the bottom of this somehow, but now question mark favorite. But since he's allied himself with Roger Elder, that question favorite turns into a cheat. So guess what? 3 big points for Kevin Linton with his boot to the groin. And so now Lobsterman is down. Lobsterman has a C grade. He needs 11 to 23 to kick out. So what's it going to be? 1, 2, and 24. No, just barely. It's 3, and that is it. And so your first ever OSWA World Champion is the Steamroller, Kevin Linton. And now Kevin Linton is joined in the ring not only by Roger Elder, but also his new friends in the Blue Collar Mafia, Dan Hammer and Nick Kanicki, and also Mr. Everything has come out as well. So looky there.
Imagisport presents Old School Wrestling, featuring the stars of the Old School Wrestling Association. All OSWA matches are simulated using Face to the Mat from Play Games. You can order your own copy of Face to the Mat along with various wrestler card sets by going to the Play Games website at www.play.com. Now, let's go to the OSWA studios.
Hello there and welcome once again to another episode of Old School Wrestling. I am Derek Jones, and thank you for joining us for this next installment of the OSWA. As you saw at the opening, highlights from last week's Battle Royal, where Kevin Linton joined the Blue Collar Mafia and then went on to win the 10-man Battle Royal and thought he had the OSWA World Heavyweight Championship in his grasp, only for the commissioner to come out off camera and basically reverse the decision, declare a no contest. Therefore, tonight's main event is going to be those final 2 combatants in the Battle Royal, Kevin Linton and the Lobsterman. They're going to go at it in a singles match, and the winner of that match will be declared the OSWA World Heavyweight Champion. Also tonight on the show, we have a tag team match between the Boomdogs and Foreign Destruction. The winner of that match will take on the Good Old Boys on our next show to see who the first OSWA World Tag Team Champions are going to be. We're also going to have Roughneck Ron Cassidy. Remember, he got hurt last week in the Battle Royal, but he's going to try to pull out a win and boost his standings here in the OSWA despite being injured. But right now, let's go to the ring for our very first match.
Our first contest today on Old School Wrestling is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, already in the ring, he is from Fife, Alabama, weighing in at 220 pounds. This is Fast Bobby Bernard. And his opponent hails from El Centro, California, 255 pounds. He is the man called Z. All right, Jorge Luis Zapata, otherwise known as Z, making his OSWA debut here today on Old School Wrestling. Let's go ahead with the pre-match roll. It is a 2. We are going to go to Highlight Reel O. And that's going to be a 22. Go to Highlight Reel P. So we will turn the page in the game book and go to 65. Commissioner schemes. So what a shock. The commissioner is out here already. He schemes to improve the standing of the choice wrestler. Increase the wrestler's TV grade 2 letter grades. So what does that mean? Well, he is here obviously to pump up Z. And so because of that, Z is going to jump his TV grade from a B to a AA. Well, how do you like those apples? Right off the bat, it looks like the commissioner is looking to push Z very far here in the OSWA. So we'll see how that transpires later on. But for right now, we're underway, and they lock up. As we go to the powerful quality, Z is powerful, and so he is going to execute a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, and that is going to be for 3 points. And the next one, is Z quick? He is not quick. However, we go to the heavy. Fast Bobby Bernard is not heavy, so we will flip another card. Okay, neither one scored this time, so we'll check both wrestlers to see if either one has the heavy quality. Neither one does, so we will move on. The smart. Both of them are smart, but Fast Bobby Bernard is trailing, so he does a shoulder neck breaker for 2 points. And then the trailing wrestler, neither one is trailing, so the underdog gets it. That's Fast Bobby Bernard with a knife hand chop for another 2 points. So now, with the favorite, neither one has the favorite quality. Smart. Both of them are smart again, but this time it's Z who is trailing, so he's going to do a step over toe hold for 3 points and go back in the lead. The mean quality's next. That is Z also for 1 point with a palm strike. And now the helped quality. Well, it seems that the commissioner is helping out Z a little bit with a little bit of extracurricular activity. So he's going to get 3 more points from that. And now we're at TV grades. Well, Z wins that easily with his AA TV grade, so he's going to do an airplane spin for 4 points, and we're going to have our first pin attempt. It is on a chip, so we're going to go 11-43 for the kick out, and Fast Bobby Bernard kicks out at 1. So with that in mind, the trailing wrestler. The trailing wrestler is Fast Bobby Bernard, so he will do a reverse and pile driver for 3 points. And now we go to heavy. Neither one is heavy. And we go to the grudge. Neither one has grudge, so it'll go to the trailing wrestler, which again is Fast Bobby Bernard. 3 points there for a cradle power driver. But is Fast Bobby powerful? He is not. So we're going to flip the action card over and look at that. It is the cheat quality, which Z has. But not only that, but on his card it states he scores double points on the cheat quality. So that's actually going to be 4 points. But he's only going to need his 2 to call for the finisher. And that is the Ziesta Cobra Clutch Sleeper Hold. 11-53. And Fast Bobby will go nighty-night. The arm goes 1. The arm down goes 2. But look, wait a minute here. Fast Bobby is mounting a comeback, and he actually breaks out of the Ziesta. Well, how about that? Fast Bobby Bernard, he is rallying, and he is starting to win some of these fans over here. Let's see how that's going to transpire. So we're going to go back to the cheat quality. Well, again, Z has the cheat quality. And he did score points on the last card, so he's going to get the 2 points there for a cheap trip. And so, title holder. Well, Z is not a title holder, so we're going to flip around, but Fast Bobby is not mean, so we will move on. And the next one is it's another TV grade, and this time it's going to be 3 big points for Z with a leg sweep. And now he's going to hook him this time, but this time Fast Bobby, he has 1 chip, so now it's going to be an E, 11-13 for the kick out. So this is all going to be but academic here. There's a 1, and there's a 2, and there's a 3, and that's going to do it. Z is your winner of our opening bout by pinfall, but he had to earn his victory because Fast Bobby was able to power out of his sleeper hold, but he was too weakened to move on very much further, and Z ends up getting the victory. So now we go to the post-match, and that is going to be a 4, so we're going to go to Highlight Reel X. Okay, 12 is the roll on that. And the winning wrestler talks trash, which is Z, and his grudge grade will increase by 1 point. So now the commissioner comes out to applaud Z once again, and we don't know exactly who this commissioner is, but one thing that we've seen here in the early goings at the OSWA is that he is up to a lot of different things, and I'm not sure what all plans he has for this organization. But in any event, your winner of our opening bout is Z, and we'll return with more old school wrestling right after this brief timeout.
We'll get back to the action here in just a few moments, but I wanted to tell you that wrestling is not the only game in town here on Imagisport. Fairly soon, I will begin another series that I'm going to call the Imagisport Showcase, where I will feature some of the other games that I have. So coming up on the docket, you will see Stratomatic Baseball. You will see Stratomatic Hockey on the PC. You might see some Hockey Blast from Play. And you're probably going to see some Shootout Hockey, which is a new game that I got just a few days ago. I've been playing a few games of it, and it seems to be going pretty well. So I have a project coming up with that. Once again, that is the Imagisport Showcase coming soon to Imagisport. And now let's go back to the ring for more old school wrestling action.
Our next bout here on Old School Wrestling is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, already in the ring, from Globe, Arizona, weighing in at 260 pounds, this is Tucson Jones. And his opponent, he hails from Deer Park, Texas, 280 pounds, Roughneck Ron Cassidy. As Roughneck Ron enters the ring, as you remember last time here on Old School Wrestling, Roughneck Ron suffered an injury in the Battle Royal, but he has decided to gut out his injury and compete this week. As a result, his physical qualities of strong and powerful are not going to be applicable in this match, so he has to rely on his favorite and his heavy qualities only. So let's see what's going to happen here in the pre-match roll. It is 2. We will go to highlight reel O. And B didn't go off the table, so we will roll again. This time it is a 44. And we will go to highlight reel P. And 62. Celebrity 3 starts feud with a choice wrestler. So what is going on here? But Bowling America Congress bad boy Dandy Don Rhoda has decided to get into a shouting match with Roughneck Ron of all people. What on earth is he thinking here? But in any event, Roughneck Ron's TV grade is going up. It was a C, but now it's going to go up 1 letter grade to a B. So despite being injured, Dandy Don's thinking that maybe he doesn't belong in the ring because of his injury. Maybe he's making fun of the way Roughneck Ron is limping. I don't know, but my opinion, I think Dandy Don is trying to write some checks that his body might not be able to catch. But be that as it may, we're about ready to start some action, so here we go with our next contest. We have helped coming up first. Neither wrestler is helped in this situation, so we will move on. Grudge. Both of them have the same grudge grade of 0, so the tie this time will go to the underdog. So Tucson Jones gives Roughneck Ron a stunner, and he gets the opening point of the match. But Roughneck Ron is the trailing wrestler now, so he has a comeback surge worth 2 points. And now we go back to Grudge. Again, neither one's grudge, so Tucson Jones will take back the lead with a 2-point knee breaker. And Grudge again, but this time Roughneck Ron's trailing, so now he goes back ahead with 2 points and a turnbuckle smash. Strong quality. Roughneck Ron technically has it, but since he's injured, he can't use it. And Tucson Jones is not strong either, so no points for that card. But heavy. Roughneck Ron is heavy. That's not really a physical characteristic. He's heavy whether or not he is injured, so he will get 1 point for a mat slam. And then, is he powerful? Well, he is, but not today because of his injury, so in this case, we're going to go to the cheat quality, and Tucson Jones does not have it, so we will move on. Quick. Tucson Jones is quick on a circle, so he does a step over armbar for 3 big points. Roughneck Ron really having a time of it here. Agile is next. That is Tucson Jones as well on any space, so with a flying clothesline, he gets 3 more points. Roughneck Ron is in trouble here, but we're going to the wild card chart. So we need to go to our standard match wild card chart, and we will roll the dice to see what happens there. It is a 36. Is Roughneck Ron powerful? Again, not in this case. So he is unable to finish his attempted power move. Opponent reversal. Opponent scores 3 points, and opponent has a pin attempt on Roughneck Ron. 11-43 with the chip, so we have a count of 1. But Roughneck Ron kicks out at 2, so we'll put a chip here for Roughneck Ron, and we will go on. Okay, so Tucson Jones, does he have the cheat quality? He does not, so we're going to flip over. Roughneck Ron is not quick, so we will move on from there. Okay, is either person quick? Tucson Jones is, but only on a circle, so nothing there either. Smart. Neither one smart. Boo rule goes into effect, so Roughneck Ron, the favorite, is going to go up 5 spaces. And the next one is specialty. So in this case, it's going to be the trailing wrestler, which is Roughneck Ron. His specialty is the Naughty Donkey Chokeslam for 3 points. It's going to be 11-43 on this pin attempt for Roughneck Ron. So we have a count of 1, we have a count of 2, and we kick out just at 2.5. So Tucson Jones is now weakened by 1, and we will go on with the match. Okay, the favorite, Roughneck Ron, has the favorite. He scored, and he has the favorite category as well. So in this case, he's going to get 3 points for a crucifix knee bar. He only needs 2. Now he's going to go for his finisher. The Texas Blowout, face first pile driver. 11-44 on this move, and he nails it for the 1, 2, 3. And that is it. Roughneck Ron with a pinfall victory over Tucson Jones. And because he was injured and gutted out the victory while injured, his TV grade will go up another letter. So now, instead of having a B, Roughneck Ron will now have a TV grade of A. And we haven't even got to the post-match roll yet. He was a C going into today's broadcast. So now let's go to our post-match. That is a 1. We are going to go to Highlight Reel X. So, with that in mind, Highlight Reel X is a 21. Celebrity 1 heaps praise on the winning wrestler. So, in this case, who's going to come out but Hub's main rival on the pro bowling circuit? That is the Hubster, Hub Reifsnyder. He's going to be congratulating Roughneck Ron and giving him high fives as he heads back to the locker room. So Roughneck Ron, he didn't really have a grudge grade to begin with anyway, but in any event, he's going to go down to a -2 on grudge. So Roughneck Ron's a pretty happy guy right now, up to an ATV grade, and he's only going to be injured for 1 more show after this one, so we'll see how that pans out. Roughneck Ron, your winner, and we'll be back with more old school wrestling in just a moment. Hello there, fans. It's time to close those shades once again and enter the Ringside Lounge. And ladies and gentlemen, here comes your host of the Ringside Lounge. He is copacetic, and he is waiting for his special guest to come through and join him on the lounge set. And the guest for this week's edition of the Ringside Lounge is 14, a reigning champion, individual or tag team. Now, we technically don't have a champion, but because Kevin Linton won the Battle Royal last week amid controversial fashion before the commissioner overturned it, he is going to go ahead and join Copacetic in this week's edition. And he is going to be accompanied to the ring by his new manager, so to speak, and the leader of the Blue Collar Mafia, that being Roger the Welder Elder. And both of them come out to a smattering of boos. But here they are. So, Kevin Linton, the guest on the Ringside Lounge this week. And we have a 13. Uh-oh, look out. It's a surprise guest. And, I wonder who that surprise guest is going to be, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's going to be none other than his opponent later tonight. That's right, the Lobsterman has made an appearance. And the Lobsterman has now gone down and he is issuing a grudge match challenge. So let's roll the dice to see what happens here with that. And it's a 6, so it's just going to be normal rules. So basically what this interview is turning into is what Lobsterman and Kevin Linton are going to do to each other later on in the main event. And they about to come to blows with fisticuffs before security comes out to break everybody up. So things are getting heated here in the Ringside Lounge as Kevin Linton and Lobsterman almost come to blows. They are going to be going one-on-one later tonight to see who can take the vacant OSWA World Heavyweight Championship. That's it for this week's edition of the Ringside Lounge. More old school wrestling coming in just a little bit.
Boy, what a Ringside Lounge that was, fans. The Lobsterman and Kevin Linton, they almost had a Donnybrook right there on the Ringside Lounge set. Thank goodness security was able to break it up. But we're going to have that later on. Those two are going to be in the ring, and they're going to battle it out for the OSWA Gold. But right now, let's go back to the ring. We have tag team action, the Boomdogs against Foreign Destruction, to see who will go on to the OSWA World Tag Team title match on our next show.
Our next contest here in Old School Wrestling is going to be a tag team match with the winning team in line for a shot at the OSWA World Tag Team Championship next week against the Good Old Boys. Introducing team number 1, making their way to the ring right now. They are at a total combined weight of 495 pounds. From Newmarket, Ontario and Troy, Michigan, respectively, this is Ed Boom Boom Barrington and Rob Big Dog Dickerson, together known as the Boomdogs. And their opponents. Introducing first, from Riyadh, Dubai, weighing in at 310 pounds, this is the Farouk of Fashaw, Yafeni El Akid, and his partner from Beijing, China, at 215 pounds. This is the Chinese Bear, Kwang Choi. Together, they are known as Foreign Destruction. So, Foreign Destruction and the Boomdogs are set to lock horns here in Old School Wrestling. And so we will go to the pre-match, and this time it is going to go to Highlight Reel R. And it's a 14. The heel and the heel ally land multiple punches to the face before match begins, and that is 3 points. So, as the Boomdogs are getting ready for their match, El Akid and Kwang Choi are going to double team on the big dog and get 3 points right away. And so with that, the bell sounds and we have action going on. And now we have a highlight reel result. We'll do odd for A. It is odd, so we're going to go to highlight reel A. All right, highlight reel A. Let's see what happens here. And it's going to be a 32. Wrestler argues on the PA system. Increase each wrestler's grudge grade. So Kwang Choi is going to up his by 2. Big Dog's going to up his by 6. So Big Dog was kind of mad about that. And Kwang Choi's going to jaw right back. So Kwang Choi's grudge grade now is going to become an 8. Big Dog is going to be a 6. And we'll roll for Ella Keed and Boom Boom Barrington as well because they're getting in on it as well. Ella Keed's going to have a 1. Boom Boom is going to have a 5. So with that in mind, we will move on. Agile. Neither man is agile in this situation. Quick. Big Dog is quick, so he's going to come back with 2 points with a flying crossbody. And with that, are we going to get a tag in this situation? It is a D6 roll a 1. That is a hot tag, actually, for the defensive team, which in this case is foreign destruction. So they're going to get a point. And Kwang Choi is going to tag in Yafeni El Akid. So now the heavy quality, that's definitely going to go to Akid. He does a sidewalk slam for 3 points. And then grudge. Big Dog's got the... Well, I forgot to roll for the tag. Let's do that first. And that is a 2. So no tag, wrestler stay in the ring. So we are going to go to grudge after all. And Big Dog's definitely got the grudge advantage there. So he's going to do a neck snap in reverse for 3 big points. And tag coming up here. No tag on that one. So we will move on. Specialty. Again, the Big Dog's trailing, so he's going to get his specialty, which is the dog pound. A backdrop follow-away slam for 3 big points. And we are going to go for another tag here. And yes, there is going to be a tag between Big Dog and Boom Boom. He's going to see his first in-ring action. So now we're going to go to Powerful. And Boom Boom is the one that is powerful in this situation. So he's going to do a suplex power slam for 3 big points. Getting close to that first pin space. And so, is he in control? He is. So Boom Boom Barrister, if the wrestler scored on his last fast action card, he's going to do his signature move. And he's going to do the lower the boom, but it's going to be for a D6. It's going to be for 5 big points. And then for that, he's going to call for the Sonic Boom, a cradle pile driver. 11 to 32 on the pinfall here, but it's a 46. 1, 2. El Akid kicks out at 2. So we're going to set him back, and let's see if there's a tag for Boom Boom. Yes, there is. So he's going to tag out. He's going to bring in the Big Dog. And so from there, we're going to flip another fact. And highlight rule. We were at A last time, so this time we'll go to highlight reel B. And we'll go to 31. Wrestler plays a dirty trick on an opponent. Increase the opponent's grudge grade 2 points. So Big Dog's getting even madder here. And his grudge is going to go up to 8. And with that, we move on. Okay, the favorite quality. Neither one has favorites, so we will move on. Both of them have helped. So we are going to go to the G chart. And since Foreign Destruction is the trailing team, that's who we are going to refer to at this point. So highlight reel G. Here we go. And that's going to be a 53. Gang member unintentionally interferes with the wrestler's effort. Uh-oh, some miscommunication going on between El Akid and Kwang Choi. So Big Dog is going to score 5 big points again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and we have a pin without the benefit of a chip. So it's going to be 11 to 23 for a kick out. 24, that's 1. And that's 2. And that's 3. And the Boomdogs are moving on to face the Good Old Boys on our next show to see who will be the first ever OSWA World Tag Team Champions. So with that in mind, let's go to the post-match, which is 6. So the faces won the match, so we are going to go to highlight reel T. So highlight reel T. Here we go. 35's the roll. The face win results in a new alliance with the double-crossing heel ally who makes a face turn. So what are we going to do here? Don't necessarily want to do that yet. So it looks like Foreign Destruction is going to be a relatively short-lived tag team because Kwang Choi has had enough of Yefeni El Akid's political views, and the miscommunication that happened in this match, that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. So Kwang Choi is actually going to go over, he's going to deck Yefeni El Akid, toss him out of the ring, and he's going to congratulate the winners, Boom Boom Barrington and Big Dog Dickerson, in a great show of sportsmanship there. And it looks like we're going to have a new fan favorite here in the OSWA, that being Kwang Choi. But your winners of this tag team match are the Boom Dogs, and they will go for the belts next week.
So there you have it. The Boom Dogs are going to take on the Good Old Boys. Two underdog teams. Neither one of them were really favored to win, but yet both of them gutted out victories. And as a result, they're going to be the two teams that are going to clash for the OSWA World Tag Team titles. That's going to be our main event on our next episode of Old School Wrestling. But right now, this is the match that you've been waiting for. Kevin Linton against the Lobsterman for the OSWA World Heavyweight Championship. So let's not wait any longer. Let's go down to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Old School Wrestling main event. It is scheduled for one fall, and the winner of this contest will be officially crowned the Old School Wrestling Association World Heavyweight Champion. Introducing first, he is approaching the ring. He hails from the Empire of Crustacea, weighing in at 300 pounds. This is the Lobsterman, Jeff Costa. And his opponent, representing the Blue Collar Mafia. He is accompanied to the ring by the Mafia leader, Roger the Welder Elder. He hails from Omaha, Mississippi, weighing in at 280 pounds. He is the Steamroller, Kevin Linton. All right. Kevin Linton and Lobsterman are going to battle it out. You saw them almost come to blows at the ringside lounge earlier today, and now they're finally in the ring. Here is the pre-match roll. Highlight reel O is where we are going to go to next, and that is going to be 53. Hotbox ally of the underdog wrestler offers disarming comments. Reduce the ally and underdog grudge grades by 1 point. So, strange person coming to ringside here to have some encouraging words for the Lobsterman. And that is none other than Sergeant Slash. Roger Elder's not too sure what to think of this, but it looks like Sergeant Slash is basically telling the Lobsterman just to go ahead and just whoop up on Kevin Linton. At the same time, it's going to reduce Sergeant Slash's grudge grade to a -1 and Lobsterman's from a 4 down to a 3. So, because this is the main event, we have our out-of-the-ring spaces out. So, if either wrestler lands on the third space, which was my roll off camera, then the action's going to go out of the ring. And with those two, that could very possibly happen. So the ref calls for the bell. Here we go. And our main event is underway. And we go to help. And so we have Roger Elder sticking his nose in right away. We're going to go to highlight reel M. And we're going to go to 33. And that's going to take us to highlight reel N. And it's going to be a 14. Manager mate dupes opponent into leaving the ring. So Elder, he was ahead. He goes na to the Lobsterman, and the Lobsterman's going to chase Elder out. Linton is just going to stay in the ring and yell at the ref to start counting. So the ref, he's counting, and he gets up to 7, 8, 9, and 10. What the heck is going on here? Kevin Linton has won this match. The referee is giving him the Old School Wrestling Association Heavyweight Championship, but we got to have a ruling on this thing here. I mean, is he the champion? I mean, I didn't think the championship could be awarded on a countout, but Kevin Linton, he's taking that belt and he's going back to the dressing room. So I guess in his mind, Kevin Linton is your OSWA World Heavyweight Champion, but we're going to have to get to the bottom of this. We'll be right back.
What a controversial ending that was to our main event. The only thing that we really know for sure is that Kevin Linton is your winner of that match. He won it by countout when Roger Elder lured Lobsterman out of the ring and subsequently out of the studio. And we haven't seen either one of them. Kevin Linton grabbed the belt and he took off with it. We're trying to get a hold of the commissioner. He's nowhere to be found in the studio. We tried his cell phone. He's not answering any text or any calls. So it's probably going to be not to our next episode until we can get some official ruling on the status of the OSWA World Heavyweight Championship. The only thing I can say is if the possession is 9/10 of the law, then I guess Kevin Linton is your champion for now, but we'll see how things play out next week when we finally get in touch with the commissioner. One thing that I can tell you is that next week our main event is going to be the Boondogs taking on the Good Old Boys in a tag team match, and the winner of that match, they will be crowned the first ever OSWA World Tag Team Champions. Neither team were expected to be battling for the belts, but yet here they are. It should be a great match, and so we hope you tune in next time to see that. Also next time, Crash Bradley has called out the big fish Marlon Kimbrough. As you recall last week, Big Grabowski, Marlon Kimbrough's partner, he had some disparaging words to say about Crash Bradley, challenged him to a grudge match challenge, but then got hurt later on in the Battle Royal, and he's actually going to be on the shelf for another 5 or 6 weeks. So, but Crash doesn't really want to wait. He wants a piece of somebody, and that somebody that he wants a piece of is Grabowski's buddy, the Big Fish. So those two are going to lock horns next week as well. Also in action on our next episode of Old School Wrestling is going to be Mr. Everything, a member of the Blue Collar Mafia. And also, you're going to see Sergeant Slash in action as well. And then don't forget about another installment of the Ringside Lounge. That's all next time on Old School Wrestling. For all of us in the Old School Wrestling Association, this is Derek Jones saying thank you for watching and have a great day.